Lindsay. We're here at Bond Dickinson in Leeds to speak to Paula and Sam about the opportunities available in the legal sector.
Well, Leeds is an absolutely thriving legal sector. It's the largest outside London, and it provides all sorts of really interesting, rewarding jobs for people at all levels.
And what do you think are the best aspects of working in the legal sector are?
It's a very varied job. It's also quite challenging. You absolutely have to be at your best.
What types of jobs and apprenticeship opportunities are available?
This year, for the first time, the Leeds Financial and Professional Services Group is launching an apprenticeship scheme for lawyers. Our ambition is to have apprentices in every single law firm in the city. If there is somebody who thinks that a legal apprenticeship is for them, I would suggest that they contact the Leeds City Council Apprenticeship Hub through the website. You don't need a law degree. You don't need to pay £9,000 a year to go to university. You can start earning at 18, go straight into a law firm. And we think that the people who come in at 18 and work with our firms are going to be really valuable employees in the future, and hopefully our partners of the future too.
If a young person really wanted to do this, what are you looking for in young people in terms of their attitudes and behaviours?
I think we would be looking for 2 good A-levels, and as regards attitude, somebody who wants to learn, who wants to work hard, because it is hard work being a lawyer, there's no doubt about it. So, somebody who wants to make the most of their potential. We want to take some bright, energetic young people and work with them to make them the lawyers of the future.
Is there any specific training and opportunities available?
We've got lots of young lawyers in the firm who are more than happy to work with new entrants to show them the ropes. Everybody who embarks on a legal apprenticeship in Leeds will be taught about how our city works. They will have a buddy mentor who will be one of our young lawyers, and they will look after them, see what, show them where to have lunch, show them where the coffee machine is, as well as deal with any challenges that they find in doing the actual job.
Could you tell us some of the good things on applications you've found, or some bad, which you'd suggest young people don't do?
The academics will speak for themselves, but somebody who looks as though they have more than a clue about what the job's about and where they want to fit in and where they want to go. Lawyers work with precise language. Errors in spelling and grammar are very, very difficult to get over. And I would advise anyone who is submitting a CV or a letter to this scheme to just get somebody to check it for them.
What type of questions would you ask at interview?
Just how they spend their time, what they enjoy doing. We don't try and catch them out. I don't think anyone needs to be afraid of coming for an interview for this scheme. All the questions will be designed to see what type of a person they are and have they got the right approach to make the best of the opportunity.
How is the application process? How does it work?
If they find their way to the Leeds Apprenticeship Hub, Sue Wynn and her team will look at all the applications. They will then forward them on to the relevant law firms.
And what advice would you give to young people looking to work in the sector?
I would advise them that they should go for it, really, because it is the most fantastic sector to work in. It pays well as well. That's not the main factor. If somebody comes into it just for the money, they will probably fail, because you've got to be interested in what you're doing. You are respected on the whole by the people you deal with. You find out lots of things. You work with nice people, and it's a job for life, really. You can move right through from being 18 to retirement, doing something different every day. Very, very, very satisfying job. So go for it.
Hi Sam, what's your role at Bond Dickinson?
I'm a trainee solicitor, which is a training contract for 2 years where you get to sit in different departments within the firm. So you learn about what's involved with being a lawyer in different areas of law.
What's your typical day like and what does your job involve?
It involves research into matters that other fee earners have going on. It involves drafting documents. You get to sit in client meetings to view what's going on with the partners and associates.
So how did you find out about the job?
When I was doing my A-levels, I spoke to my careers department and we matched up a lot of my skills with jobs that would be relevant to me. And a lawyer was one of those, so I did some research into it and went from there, really. You can do it as a law degree, which is your first step at university, 3-year course, and then you can do a legal practice course, which is just an extra year. Or I did, personally, a different degree. I did a business degree and then did a conversion to law, so that's a year, and then your legal practice course, which is another year. Or, of course, you can now do the Bond Dickinson apprenticeship scheme.
So what type of training do you get in your job?
Your training contract is sort of a 2-year learning process, and within that you get extra courses and learning events, as it were, during that time. You do one more exam, but apart from that, they're over once you finish your degree. Right. But it's a continual learning experience, really.
And what are the good things about your job?
The good things are that it's very varied. It's great that you get to sit in different departments before you have to choose what it is you want to actually be when you're done with your 2 years. And every day's different, so it's nice not knowing what's going to happen when you wake up in the morning, I suppose.
Yeah. Are there any particular bad points which you'd say?
Some days the work can maybe be a bit monotonous if you've done the same thing before, but it's more down to you to get involved in things that are different and put yourself out there, really.
If a young person was watching this and thinking, I'd like to be in that profession, what advice would you give to them?
Do your research, make sure you know that it's what you want to do. Look into the course and what's involved, and if you read about it and it interests you and you think you can do it, then go for it wholeheartedly. You need that enthusiasm and you need to know that it's what you want to do, and if you can put everything into it, then there's no reason why it can't be yours.